I should be wearing my shirt. Is your name Phoenix Starseed? Star, backwards it's rat. To seed, to pick a bone. If you take a look at your keyboard, it says POI, which means a pea pod, or it's whatever you want to have inside your imagination, because each one of us gets delivered their own personal messages. We have our own messages, our own messengers, because it's actually just a connection within our own mind. If you knew how to use the mind, then we can connect to that energy. But, and I don't like to say but I have to come up with this excuse for a reason why something is not working. Because even though Creator made it so we should win at the end, He didn't say that we're going to be in front, in the center, because the end only comes when you start to get crushed. You know you've changed because you're no longer getting crushed. Otherwise, you'd never know what the beginning or what the end was. So what I'm going to try and envision right now, I'm sorry I'm not wearing a shirt. I hope you can. Can you see down? Can you see down? Can you see down? Can you sit down? Anyways, 289. These are three cars that I had. You want to know if anything goes with 389? 9, flip 9 and 8 upside down, it becomes 68. 568. 568 is 340. 3 times 40 is 120. 1 times 20 is the 20 world wind. We can stop right there. 9 times 8 is 72. Flip this upside down, 7286. So that's my number. It's the gateway. You see, with 7 and 0, you actually are just standing there. But 7 and 9 is 16. 1 and 6 is 7. In order to get to 7 the second way, what is another way to get to 7? 9 and 7 and 0. But if you started at 9 and you wanted to go to 7, you go 7 and 2. You see this here? See the 9 and the 0? They both have the comma brackets on it. And right at the first 3 letters below it, it's a pool. P-O-O-L. Everything is coincidences, the way everything is put onto this labor board that we have in front of us, because we play to the game we press in, whatever it is. Same thing. So now I showed you, because it's crazy, because Phoenix, you know what I'm saying? Phoenix, and then there's, let me see, the Book of Extra Normal, when they talked about the birds and the phoenix. And I told you, P and H and X are all one in their own. And P, H, and X all create the parts of 7286. Because 8, and you have to bring everything to the 10 worlds. We showed you what's in the 9 world. You want to get to what? 7? Let's start with 9 and go to 7. Minus 2. So now we're in the 2 world. Or plus 7. 7 and 2 makes the 9 again. 7 times 2, 7 plus 2. Equals 14, which is the neutralization, which is the passage of Rubik's Cube. 7 and 2 is 9. 7 times 2 is 14, and 9 is 23. 2 times 3, 2 plus 3 makes 11. The spirit of Uncle Sam. They have us in their clutches. Don't forget about the olives. We all know that. Because just take out the I and it's only love. The V and E is the bicycle. We take the ride. V for life, V and E. V in Roman numerals is 5. And E in Roman numerals, E in regular letters are 5. The other thing is, they make an E like that. Is that an E? Or is that a loop of some sort? Yeah, Phoenix Starseed. So I just wanted to show you that I have these license plates like that. And maybe I can, what if I add them up? 9, 10, 11, 19, 19, 19, 19, 57. I never did that before. 57, 75, that's also next year. Time heaven, time heaven, time heaven. 29th of February, 29th of February, the 29th of February. This is a complete license that you can completely turn upside down. It still looks like an 8. This might be the 5 backwards, and this becomes the 6. Do you know why it's like that? It has to be. It's got the jack hook. Does it make your 7? Is that the way you want to go in the first world? Because these lines go straight across? So what do you want to do? I'm just fooling around with you now. There's just always so much you can do. I'm going out for a coffee. Let me see if I have, the birds are not telling me the right thing. The birds are not telling me. And not only that, a reflection from the past of my life, watching and not letting to be watched by my babysitter. I think her name was Bridget, right? The movie The Birds, because it was too sickening. I mean, when I was growing up, is you couldn't do this and you couldn't do that, but all of a sudden, boo, 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 boo. I don't do that with my child, but it was a different world, and I just loved growing up that way because I look back and go, wow. I mean, if I couldn't look back at my life and not go, wow, then, then what's this whole thing about? You know what I'm saying? I always have to have this thing about something, otherwise I feel down like I'm not doing, even if I'm not doing it at the right time, I'm allowed to have my own time. It's not all goodies and games. You know what I'm saying? Do I share any of this? Let me just read one article. No, Ronnie, I can't tell you, but I think you know. Stay away from the myth, for they are fallen angels. Yes, the myth is of fallen angels amongst others. So as long as you play with the fallen angels, you let Lucifer get a stronger grip on you, thus making it harder for you, a former king of the heavens, to get back in. And when former kings and members end up with Lucifer, they usually come back into the material world as insects or vultures. But you, being a member of a family of kings from the 4 holy houses, can still redeem yourself, Ronald. Cast me not away from thy presence, and take not thy Holy Spirit away from me. Restore unto me the joy of the salvation, and hold upon me the free spirit. Please help me to pray for those who are lost to themselves, who do harm to themselves and to others at times, lie and manipulate because they engage in gambling activities of the devil. May those living of the wicked live, find healing, and reconnect themselves and others. You must make yourself better before it's too late. Ronnie, are you hungry? It's time to feed the soul with some home cooking and spiritual truth. Yes, I'm ready to feed my hunger. It has been your problem, according to the devout ones in the spirit world, that monitor your doings on earth in the 20th and 21st century. I am always wanting more information about these people while waving over into the intra world. Okay, Ronnie, then I will let you into a little secret. It's all about the 7 main pillars of the ancient Judaism, the monarchy of the Davidic dynasty, otherwise known as the House of David. Our sons of David should reign as kings over Israel forever. So whatever you do, make sure you get there. Mister, what do I do? What must I do? Mister, what do I do? Ronald, the first step is to clear your mind of all Satan's impurities and thoughts, which keep you busy working for the other side while not having any time to work on your side. My old friend, either you obey the Lord or you don't. There are punishments and rewards for both these actions that you choose. Your actions can compromise your family's future in the nebulas of 7286 and can affect your further generations of kings, including the sons and daughters of czars. And then on the back of the page, 7286, 2005, 5281, something to do with the salt in the brain, and this only goes 9 years. That's 2014. Jewish New Year. That's what it says. So this is the book I got. It was like this whole thing. It's like the site didn't even exist. It was extra normal. It was the month of March. Check it out. In the month of March, I want to know, was this up month of March in 2009? I know it. I know when it was because I can remember. Sometimes I could, sometimes I can't, because it was the college, what do you call it? It was the end of the year for the college basketball, March Madness. Anyways, I never thought I'd do another 9 minutes and 9 minutes. And another thing about that, they mentioned the 7. They mentioned the 7. I have been, look, McDonald's, it's a door on the coffee cup. You know what I'm saying? Everything is meant 5, 6, 7, 5, 6, 7, 18, 19, 18, 19, 37, 3 by 7, 21, 3 and 7, 10, 31 and 21, 31, 1, 3, double it up, 6, 22, 6, 21, 12 happened last year. 13 is this year. There is no 13th month. There's a 13th moon, but that only comes into December. I don't know what it means. Everything runs in cycles. Things aren't allowed to happen because you ever see one of these make-believe, like they make these worlds. Phew, we are so simplified where we are right now. This is so simplified. It's almost like computers are like into this mind. Zoom. It's in our heads. I told you, when you die, you don't actually die. The only part of you that dies is like, am I going to die now? Are you going to shoot me? Is it going to hurt? Where am I going to go? That's death. But if you can just get away from that, then you're going to be somewhere else. You're going to go. You won't even think anything happened. You won't remember right away. But it's gonna come into you when you ask for it, when you look for it, because you will be given the guidance. We are always given the guidance of the higher of matrix. But we have to do all the work, man. No pain, no gain, no chicks, no fame. Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. I want to thank you for watching this video on 7.